Hi everybody, I'm Jared Pike. This is Shell Point Today for Monday, February 17th. On today's show, Adrian Kerr begins a new series of classes on fascinating Asian countries. Tomorrow, focusing on Burma. And we'll visit the Shell Point Ping Pong Arena, where you have the chance to watch the World Championship of Table Tennis be determined this weekend. But first, let's get a Monday news update from Rochelle Chernowski at the news desk. Rochelle.
Thank you very much, Jared. Our first bit of news today, it's President's Day, which means that government offices and banks are closed, and there's no U.S. mail delivery today. But there's still plenty of activities at Shell Point today and tomorrow, including a special nighttime academy event that's open to the public. The event deals with the issue of addiction in older adults and features nationally known author Carol Colleran. She has very important insights to share for anyone who struggles with addiction or anyone who has friends or family members that do. All are welcome to this Academy event, Older Adults and Addiction, happening tomorrow in the church auditorium with a meet and greet at 6:45 p.m. and then the main program at 7 p.m. Another Academy class tomorrow features our favorite history professor, Adrian Kerr. This semester, he's focused on Southeast Asia and has discussed countries like Indonesia and Hong Kong. Tomorrow, he'll turn his attention to Myanmar, which you may know better as Burma. This closed-off country has recently opened its doors to democracy. Want to know more? Come to the first of this Academy series on Burma, tomorrow at 10 a.m. in the Grand Cypress Room. Here is a preview.
Hello everyone, I'm Terry Kolath with the Academy of Lifelong Learning, and I'm here today with Professor Adrian Kerr, a regular history instructor in the Academy. We're talking about Burma in this session, and this is a wrap-up of the tour of Southeast Asia we've been taking with Professor Adrian Kerr this semester. Thanks for joining me, Adrian.
Thank you, Terry. It's a pleasure to be here again.
Now, Burma sounds so mysterious and so interesting. I love how you talk in your description about the ethnic diversity in the country. Tell a little bit about that.
Well, Burma, as we see it today, consists of 4 or 5 different ethnic groups. We have to go back into the Middle Ages to see who the various migrants were that now occupy the various sectors of Burma.
Which you're wonderful about sharing with us as you start the program.
On the northwest, you have people who came in from India and Nepal. On the northeast, you have the Chinese influence. On the southeast, you have the Thai influence, the Hmong people, and then you've got the central Burma people who were called Burman, and that's where the name comes from. They were the Burman tribe, and they occupied the agricultural valley of the Irrawaddy, which is the great center spine of Burma, which runs around from the north right down to the Gulf, and is where most of the food and population is. And that's the center of Burma, which they have the highest population, but there are significant 3 or 4 other groups of people who don't believe that they have a fair say in what goes on. They have different cultural backgrounds, they have different religious backgrounds and ethnic backgrounds.
Was there a time when all this diverse ethnic population got along well together?
Relatively speaking, yes. When the British expanded out of India into Assam and Bangladesh today, and then moved southeast because the Burman northeast folk were encroaching on the farmers and raiding British Assam. So the British moved in on 2 separate wars, and during that period the history of Burma was unified, and some people criticized the British for actually choosing a ethnic group, the Burman people, and giving them almost exclusivity. Their language was the one that was used, their script was the one that was used, and they looked to the majority Burman as their supporters, if you like. And although the country was mostly at peace, there was still the upswelling of independence, which eventually was so successful in the 20th century, and the attempts by the Burma people to cover all of their folk has been a challenge for a long time, and it's probably more difficult today than it's ever been because they are beginning to flex their muscles. The reason why there's been a reduction in the constraint of the autocratic military regime is because the country is one of the poorest in Southeast Asia, and yet when you go to Burma, people give a very, very high percentage of their modest income to the temples, and the way they do that is every village has a small temple, and you take any money that you have, you buy some gold foil, you take often the gold foil is no bigger than your thumbnail, and you'll go along to a statue of the Buddha and you'll press that gold foil onto the statue, and so over the hundreds of years these simple wooden statues in simple villages have become coated with gold. And at Philgreen, which is the most famous temple in southern Burma, it has something like 17 tons of gold on its roof, which has been over the years put there by people and also kings and wealthy noblemen.
That's fascinating.
It's a country of contrasts. On the one hand, they're the poorest, simplest farming people. On the other hand, they are so devoted to their religion that they have got astonishingly beautiful temples.
This is going to be, as always, fascinating. I invite you to take 2 Tuesdays, the 18th and the 25th, to explore Burma, the story, and the land of temples with Professor Adrian Kerr.
And now, here with news from our Shell Point stage is our entertainment reporter, Jared Pike.
Thank you, Rochelle. Yes, folks, there is big entertainment news coming on multiple fronts. For example, this Sunday, the Village Church is welcoming the Annie Moses Band, an amazing family of musicians who play violins, guitars, mandolins, and more. Don't miss this performance this Sunday at 6:15 p.m. at the Village Church. And be sure to get your $10 tickets by visiting the church office. And then, next week, we welcome another Shell Point favorite, the Barbary Coast Dixieland Band. Since 1967, they've put on a full stage show, playing the happiest music on earth, guaranteed to get your toes tapping. And as they switch instruments back and forth, even in the middle of a song, you can tell these are the best musicians around. Get your tickets for the Barbary Coast Dixieland Band, performing Friday, February 28th at 7 p.m. at the Church Auditorium. Tickets are available at either service desk or by calling our box office at 454-2067. And finally, what if you yourself have an inkling to be on the stage? We know there are plenty of performers out there. We've seen you in our previous variety shows with themes like hee-haw, 1950s rock and roll, the USO, and even the Blues Brothers. This year's theme, we're proud to announce, is Route 66, which means we'll have songs, dances, and skits about traveling across America through the desert Southwest, and especially songs about cars. So think King of the Road, or Johnny Cash's I've Been Everywhere, or even car songs like Little GTO or Pink Cadillac. We're welcoming your ideas and suggestions for the Route 66 Variety Show, which is happening on April 29th. If you want to take part in the show and get your 4 minutes of fame, then contact Leslie Brand at 454-2057, and let's rock on down the highway. Now, we have another form of entertainment coming to Shell Point this Saturday, the Resident Employee Table Tennis Tournament. Now, we tried this last month on the tennis courts, and it was a wild success with, we admit, a decided victory by the residents over the staff. Now, we're bringing it indoors, matching up the finest ping pong players at Shell Point from both the residents and the staff. If you want to sign up to play in this free event, contact Rose Donnelly at 454-2272. Or just come to watch the fun this Saturday at 1:15 p.m. in the Tarpon Room in the tunnel. Now, I know what you're saying. How exciting can it be watching a ping pong game? Well, let me show you. A few years ago, Dan Philgreen and I played for the first ever ping pong championship of the world, and we filmed it like an ESPN sporting event. Who won? Well, I won't spoil it for you, but watch this excerpt and let's find out.
The following is a presentation of SPEN, the Shell Point Entertainment Network.
You are looking live at the Shell Point Ping Pong Arena, where today two titans meet in a championship match to decide all the marbles. It's the championship of the SP, PP, PPPP, the Shell Point Pike Philgreen Professional Ping Pong Players Party. I'm your commentator, Jessica Clark, and with me, as always, is the wonderful Rochelle Chernowski.
Thank you, Jessica. We have certainly been looking forward to this match. And here is our first competitor being introduced to the crowd right now. It's Dan Philgreen. Dan has the edge when it comes to experience, having spent many years in ping pong competitions. And he'll be relying on that experience today in this championship match.
And here comes Team Red, the challenger, Jared Pike. He's certainly a young up-and-comer in the ping pong world, looking to prove himself today in this, the highest of all stakes.
We had a chance before the match to chat with both of our competitors.
Rochelle Chernowski of SPEN on the scene of the official SPPPPPP, which is, of course, the Shell Point Pike Philgreen Professional Ping Pong Party.
Some people said it's absurd to have a professional ping pong league with just two people, but I say you have a 50% chance of being the best, and I want to be the best, Jessica.
Is true.
I want to be the best at everything.
I am going to take this all the way home today. Remember that, Mr. Pike?
Pike has 4 letters.
Yes.
Ping has 4 letters.
All right.
Pong has 4 letters.
Please provide some color commentary.
Well, I've got the blue wristbands, and I got the blue shirt, and I got the blue.
Not that kind of color commentary.
I'm very excited. It's going to be a great match. I think it's going to go the distance, and I think
he's really thirsty.
I think I'm going to come out on top, Jessica.
Pike, you're going down. Red is going down. Like I'm not talking smack here. I'm talking the real deal. I'm saying down, brother. You know what that direction is? It's that way.
You heard it first from Dan Philgreen himself. Jared Pike is going down.
With the SPPPPPP, and I'm Jessica Clark, here with Jared Pike, also known as Team Red, and we will see who's coming out on top today. The serve alternates between red and blue for every point, and you still have to win by 2 points. So every point matters with the sudden death overtime.
A little bit of intimidation coming on there, I can see, from Pike.
Yeah, well, you said it earlier. He's definitely one that likes the attention.
All right, 20 on.
Oh, good times.
Oh, Pike
nice.
Overshoots it. And now it's game point for Team Blue.
Pike really comes back and gets it back up there. He's not going to let this game go.
What was Pike thinking here?
Yeah.
It's now game point for Philgreen once more. 22 Philgreen, 21 Pike.
Attention. Attention now.
Right here. Blue paint.
All the marbles.
From way behind.
Wow.
Hey.
What an unbelievable back and forth between these two guys. They both really want it.
Look at those audience heads turning. They can barely keep up with us.
It's so fast.
From down south.
Somehow, Pike survives and prevails. Philgreen cannot believe it.
Let's go take a look at the most amazing point of the match so far. Facing elimination, Pike dives for this one and somehow recovers to his feet and wins the point. It's just amazing.
Thank you very much. Okay, 22. 22.
Oh Oh my goodness, Philgreen puts one away. What a slam.
I'm afraid we have a hand foul.
A foul?
Looks like our official might have called a foul on Philgreen.
And here comes the drama again.
You know what we need? A closer look.
This is true.
Well, here as Philgreen gets ready for the slam, you can clearly see his hand on the table.
What a turn of
Well,
events.
that is indeed a violation. Let's take another look. The shot right before Philgreen does his patented net shot. And let's zoom in. The ball bounces once and twice in Pike's half of the table before he hits it, which means the point is over already, and Philgreen takes it legally.
Let me check the national rules. No, allowed.
What are you talking about allowed? His hand was on the table like this.
Go back, Pine Tar Boy.
Well, as you can see, Pike is not happy with the official. Pike better calm down or he'll get himself thrown out of the match.
Yeah, that temper of his really is going to mess him up in his career here.
23.
Crazy mistake by Philgreen. Ties it up.
All right, 23.
Philgreen misses again.
Wow.
He had victory in his hands, and now it's game point Pike.
Good.
Oh, there it goes. There's the winner, folks. Jared Pike has won the SPPPPPP World Championship. Then here he goes with his victory lap.
And the two embrace at center court. Man.
What a scene.
Hey, how about one more game?
Where are the hot dogs?
Oh man, she's still looking for hot dogs. And you know what? Let's all go get some hot dogs.
Let's go.
Hot dogs for everyone. Woo.
Wow, everybody really kind of took off early, Dan.
Where'd they go? And
I don't know. Once it was done, they're all out of here.
Okay.
Who's going to do the post
I
game?
guess it's just going to be you and me, Jared. I always have to do it. Yeah, just
You're going to do my post game interview?
I'll do you. You do me. We'll
you
switch
do
it up.
yours?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right. Post game interview. Take 1, 3, 2. Hi, everybody. It's Jared Pike with SPEN, and we just concluded a sensational SPPPPPP World Championship. And I'm here with the runner-up, Dan Philgreen. Dan, tell me about the game today.
Well, you know, it was a great game with neck and neck all the way. But we had an able opponent in Mr. Pike.
Would you say he's a handsome opponent?
I wouldn't go that far, but you know, with a paddle in the right place, yeah, you know, he'll get by.
All right.
So, ladies, take note. I talk a lot of smack, you know, and I hope that didn't offend anybody because this is a family league, family show here. It's for the good of the SPPPP. That's why we do what we do. And so I think everybody had a good time here today. There's a lot of junk on the floor. We're going to be here for hours cleaning up. So I think we had a good time here.
All right. So the headline: there's a lot of junk to clean up. Jared Pike is handsome. So from the SPPPPP, this is Jared Pike. No.
Oh, no, I got to do you now.
You got to do me.
Okay. And I'm here with the winner, Mr. Jared Pike. Jared, how does it feel to be the winner?
Oh, it feels really good, Dan. My opponent, whose name I can't recall right now, he really did above and beyond. It was neck and neck, and then it was head to head, and then it was hand to hand, and then it was jaw to jaw, sipping cider through a straw. No, that's a different
That's
song.
a different, yeah. Well, yeah. What do you think about the prospects here for the SPPP, and where do you take it from here?
Well, we actually we're going to expand. I think next year the SPPPPP. We might add an extra P.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. You know, more P's would be good because there aren't nearly enough.
Some black-eyed peas. Get it? Black-eyed peas. See, I worked on that joke.
Yeah.
It seemed a lot funnier when I rehearsed it.
Okay. Well.
Anyway, it's a great honor. And I'm glad we could do it on SPEN.
SPEN. All right. World Championship.
All right.
Jared Pike, you heard it here first, folks, on the SPEN Network.
If you want to see this action live and in person, then come to the first ever Resident Employee Table Tennis Tournament, happening this Saturday at 1:15 p.m. in the Tarpon Room. Or sign up to be a player yourself by contacting Rose Donnelly at 454-2272. Now, it's time to cover all of Monday's happenings. But before we do that, let's get a preview of this week's episode of Listening to the Words.
Last week was Valentine's Day, and this week I'm doing an encore performance of Listening to the Words from 2 years ago. You'll enjoy A Valentine Dream Story by Russ Miller, Another View of Love by the famous Anonymous, and What is Love by 4 to 8-year-olds. You'll hear 5 pieces written by Shell Point residents. One of them, by Rosina Rue, takes us back to the American Civil War. Being the month of Abraham Lincoln's birth, I've also included a short piece by Lincoln biographer Carl Sandburg. David Howenstein reminding you that this encore performance is on your Shell Point Channel 13 throughout each day this week. Thank you for listening to the words.
Hello everyone, thank you for joining us today for the Shell Point TV Happening segment. My name is Leslie Brand and I'm here with Bev Chanley, and we are here to tell you all about the activities going on today for Monday. We're going to start at 8 o'clock with the men's match play doubles tennis at the tennis courts. 9:15 we have billiards at the Resident Activity Center. Also at 9:15 is pottery. Instruction is available in the pottery studio. And lastly at 9:15 we have virtual bowling in the Resident Activity Center. 10 o'clock is the men's match play doubles tennis at the tennis courts. And the Suzy Q is going out to Matanzas for lunch at 10 o'clock. Sign up is required. Disciples Men's Bible Study Group will be at 10:30 in the game room at the Woodlands. 10:45 table tennis clinic in the Tarpon Room on the island. And at 11:30 we have a Health Connections, Agility and Flexibility in the Health Club. That class is currently full. That's the end of the morning activities. Now here's Bev to tell you about the afternoon.
Thank you, Leslie. We're going to start at 12 o'clock today with Mahjong. That'll be played in the Sable Room at the Woodlands. Then our 1:15 time brings us several activities. We have Scrabble in the Library Lounge, table tennis in the Tarpon Room, and then we have 1:30 to 3:30, the Model Train Room will be open for tours. At 1:45, you'll find a Health Connections class, Balance and Mobility Training Level 1 in the Health Club, and that's currently full. 2 o'clock's the time for the Beady-Eyed Bead Club. They'll be in the Oak Room at the Woodlands. At 3 o'clock, we have another Health Connections class, Pilates Stretch. That will be in the Health Club. And then our final activity of the day is 6:30 with Duplicate Bridge. That'll be played in the game room of the Woodlands. Thanks for joining us here today, Monday, and we'll see you back here Tuesday.
Hi, I'm Terry Kolath with your Academy information on Monday, February 17th, the day we observe President's Day. At 7:45, we'll start court pickup on the island for our Academy on the Go educational field trip, exploring Florida's real snowbirds with our own Dr. Ivor Brook. At 10:30, the Anatomy of Words group continues in the Oak Room at the Woodlands, and all are welcome. At 1:15, we'll look at using Microsoft Word in the Computer Teaching Center on the island. And tomorrow we have new classes. The story of Burma, the land of temples, begins with Professor Adrian Kerr. Joe Kramer of Lakewood will bring us After Prep School Basics. And we have a special presentation in the church auditorium tomorrow night, Older Adults and Addiction. 6:45 meet and greet, and the lecture begins at 7 o'clock. Our presenter is Carol Colleran, a noted author, and we are partnering with Hazelden.
Menus for Monday. In the Crystal Room, the Crystal Platter is beef lasagna with garlic breadsticks and Italian-style green beans. The dinner special is home cooking night for $9.95, and the soup of the day is vegetable beef. In the Island Cafe for lunch, enjoy a tuna melt with coleslaw for $7.25. The dinner special is grilled shrimp with mango salsa, coconut rice, and carrots for $8.25. And the Palm Grill is closed on Mondays. All menus are available 24 hours a day at www.shellpoint.net.
Hi, welcome to Village Church Connections. I'm Andy Hawkins, the senior pastor of the Village Church, and I'm here with Jim Davey. And Jim, we've been involved in a significant project in the Village Church recently. It's called Refresh and Renew. Now, tell us a little bit about the whole project in general, and then we'll get to some specifics.
It's always fun to be involved in something that turns out successfully.
Absolutely.
So we've been trying to raise $1 million. That was the estimate given at the beginning of the project, and it's to redo the sanctuary at the church. So we're really excited. We came to the end of the project period last Sunday, and was amazed at the amount we were able to announce.
Yes, and what was that, since you brought it up?
Well, yes, I've been rejoicing. I wanted to jump up and down when I heard it.
Yeah.
As of last Sunday, $865,000, something like that. And the best part is, great majority is in cash already.
That's
so
right.
We're not looking at a lot of pledges that will extend out. So it truly is exciting to think that it's going to happen, and going to happen on our watch.
Absolutely. Village Church people have been very generous and responsive, haven't they?
That's part of their character.
Now, what kinds of things are going to be done? I assume painting and things like that, and
carpet, painting, lighting is a major item. Right now, we can't dim the lights, and some people complain they can't see where they may be sitting.
I understand that the lighting upgrades will almost double the amount of lumens in the house lighting system.
Wow.
And so people will actually finally be able to see some things that they haven't been able to see before, and then the ability to control those things. And when you look at the nature of the electrical and lighting that has is very old in this facility, that's a major part of the upgrade, significant cost to the upgrade, but the most important, I think, functional part of the upgrade as well.
Oh, I would agree, and most people don't realize that above the ceiling that we can see, there's a great void up there, and a lot of wires running here, there, and everywhere, and that needs to be upgraded after 40-some years in this climate. So
now, we've been calling our project Refresh and Renew, and the reason for that is that we're refreshing our sanctuary. What's the renewal part about?
Well, the renewal is what goes on in here, and that's happening in a lot of lives, in my own life, and it's great to see what God is doing in the congregation, as well as what He's doing through His people in the giving of gifts.
Well, thank you, Jim, for being with us here on Village Church Connections and bringing us up to date on the exciting news about how we've been doing and providing the funds for Refresh and Renew. And we trust that the last little bit will come in as well and will be fully funded.
I'm sure it will. Thank you.
Great. Nice to have you with us today in Village Church Connections. We hope to see you soon.
We're glad you joined us for today's show. Tune in tomorrow as Sheriff Mike Scott tells us how to avoid the latest phone scam.
We'll also visit the West African country of Mali, where the Village Church supports a hospital for women and children.
Until then, this is Shell Point Today for Monday, February 17th. I'm Rochelle Chernowski.
And I'm Jared Pike. And from all of us here at Shell Point TV, we hope you have a great day, and we'll see you again tomorrow.